So please remind me when live is not going, because we'll be missing then in the live a particular sloka, then Bhagavatam would not be completely available there. Okay, so Prashantamaseenamakuntamedasham, yani perfectly pacified. Huh? And Sukadeva Goswami is sitting. He has taken over the charge of being a spiritual master for Parikshit Maharaj. For he is qualified to be the spiritual master, and Parikshit Maharaj is the best of the students. Both are fully qualified, both are already pure devotees, both are fully qualified. How to approach a spiritual master? This art is known to Parishit Maharaj, being a devotee. His parents have taught him that. His guru has taught him that. So, Pariprashnena Sevaya Jnaninas Tattva Darshinaha Upadeshyanti Te Jnanam. So, they are the seer of absolute truth. Sukadeva Goswami has received this knowledge from the unbroken chain of disciplic succession from Krishna to Brahma to Narada to Vyasadeva, and from Vyasadeva, Sukadeva Goswami has received it. And he did not have an opportunity to deliver this to maintain the parampara further. So here the Lord has given him the opportunity that by speaking it to Parikshit Maharaj, and Suta Goswami is also present there, so he can maintain the parampara and deliver this Bhagavatam, this knowledge. That so he didn't have an opportunity to recite it before anybody, and now before Parikshit Maharaj has got an opportunity. This opportunity is arranged by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, in order to maintain his parampara. This is how the unbroken chain of disciplic succession is maintained. The Lord chooses the right disciple to be the next guru, and the guru will announce who should be the next guru. So in this way, Guru and Krishna both put together is maintaining the whole parampara. Still, there is free will always. Otherwise, how is that when Lord Krishna has spoken Bhagavad Gita many thousands of millions of years before to sun god Vivaswan, and it has come in the disciplic succession through the Manu, and the Manu gave to Ikshvaku in this way, and it appears to be lost in between because somewhere the parampara got broken, somebody has misinterpreted. In this way, it got broken. So again, the Lord has spoken the same Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. And the Lord has chosen Arjuna's grandson, Parikshit Maharaj, to be the right person to deliver Srimad Bhagavatam. So Arjuna's family is very close to Krishna, and Krishna is using the whole family, the grandfather also and this grandson also are being used by Krishna in order to save the whole world. And today we have this whole Bhagavatam as well as Bhagavad Gita is because of this Arjuna's family. Arjuna being the grandfather of Parikshit, he has given the Bhagavad Gita, and Parikshit being the grandson of Arjuna, he has given us the Bhagavatam. Just see, and the whole Acharya Parampara is maintained in this way. That is Krishna's plan. And Shraddho Hridaya Vridyate Atra Kirtibhi Susrusu Vistaksha, in the very first canto, first chapter, second verse, we have seen how submissively and attentively one should hear Srimad Bhagavatam with 100% pure in heart and full faith in the pure devotee. You have to invest complete Shraddha Dhanasya Munayo, full faith in the pure devotee, and then attentively and submissively approach him like Parikshit Maharaj has approached Sukadeva Goswami, and then ask your questions and hear the answer as Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, the Bhagavatam should be learned. Parikshit Maharaj is about to die in 7 days, and he wants to know the process how to enter the kingdom of God. He is the emperor of the whole planet. So here he is the king. But in the kingdom of God, he needs an entry. He just needs a visa. So how to get it? So he has approached the right person now. So in such important cases, you cannot make a decision with he was the king emperor of the whole planet, and still he doesn't know how to enter into the kingdom of God. So how can he know that? Unless otherwise he approach a bona fide spiritual master. So these are all the places where you may be the whole emperor of the whole planet, but still you need the spiritual master. when you make such a major decisions of your life that's going to change the course of your future entity existence, then you need to approach a bona fide spiritual master. Unless otherwise you have problems of life, there is no meaning to approach a bona fide spiritual master. And everybody has the problems of life. Life itself is a problem, giving birth, death, old age, and disease. And again we have to live in different bodies. So we have to put an end to that. We have to approach the bona fide spiritual master. Pariprashnena sevaya. Then inquire unto him submissively and attentively, hear the answer from him, and say, serve him nicely, please him. So this is the thing. And the qualification of the spiritual master is also perfectly manifested in Sukadeva Goswami. A spiritual master never considered himself as either Guru or Krishna. He knows that he is a servant of his Guru and is the servant of Lord Krishna. So this is their attitude. So that is how the medium through which the Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is delivered to us. So Sukadeva Goswami has learned this Srimad Bhagavatam from his father Vyasadeva, who is also his guru, spiritual master. But he didn't have a chance to deliver it to anybody in such a way that it can be further propagated down to earth. And now he has got an opportunity by the mercy of Krishna, so it is delivered. So let's go to the next verse. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto chapter 19, verse 32. Parikshit uvacha.
Parikshit uvacha.
Aho adya vayam brahman.
Aho adya vayam brahman.
Satsevya kshatra bandhava.
Satsevya kshatra bandhava.
Kripayatiti rupena.
Kripaya
Bhavad vestirtha kirta.
भवद्भुक्तिर्थका कृता
Parikshit uvacha.
परीक्षित उवाच
Aho adya vayam brahman.
अहो अद्य वयं ब्रह्मन्
Tatsevya kshatra bandhava.
सत्सेव्या क्षत्रबन्धवा
Kripayatiti rupena.
भयादिति रूपेण
Bhavad vestirtha krita.
भवतिस्तीर्थका कृता
Parikshit uvacha.
परीक्षित उवाच
Aho adya vayam brahman.
अहो अद्य वयं ब्रह्मन्
Tatsevya kshatra bandhava.
सत्सेव्या क्षत्रबन्धवा
Kripayatiti rupena.
कृपयातिथि रूपेण
Bhavad vestirtha krita.
भवद्भुक्तिर्थका कृता
Anybody recite? Would like to recite?
Parikshit uvacha.
परीक्षित उवाच
Aho adya vayam brahman.
अहो अद्य वयं ब्रह्मन्
Satsevya kshatra bandhava.
सत्सेव्या क्षत्रबन्धवा
Kripayatiti rupena.
कृपयातिथि रूपेण
Bhava visirthaka krita.
भवद्भिषस्तीर्थका कृता
Synonyms. Parikshit uvacha, the fortunes, Maharaja Parikshit said, fortunate.
परीक्षित उवाच द फॉर्चुनेट महाराज
Parikshit.
Aho,
अहो
Adya, today,
अद्य
Vayam, we,
Vayam
Brahman, O Brahmana,
ब्राह्मण ब्राह्मण
Satsevya, eligible to serve the devotee.
eligible to serve
the devotee.
Kshatra, the ruling class.
Kshatra, the ruling class.
Bandhava, friends.
Bandhava,
Friends,
Kripaya, by your mercy.
Kripaya,
by your mercy,
Atiti Rupena, in the manner of a guest.
Atithi
Rupena, in the manner of a guest.
Bhavadbihi, by your good self.
Bhavati, by your good self.
self.
Tirthaka, qualified for being places of pilgrimage.
Tirthaka, qualified for
Qualified
being
for
places of
being
pilgrimage.
places of pilgrimage.
Kritha, done by you.
Krita, done by
Done
you.
by you.
Listen, please repeat after me. The fortunate king Parikshit said, "O Brahmana,
Fortunate
The fortunate king Parikshit said, O Brahmana,
by your mercy only you have sanctified us,
by
by
your
your mercy only you have sanctified us,
making us like unto places of pilgrimage,
Making
making
us
us
to
like
places of
unto
pilgrimage.
places of pilgrimage,
all by your presence here as my guest.
all by your
all
presence.
by your presence here as my guest.
By your mercy,
By
By
your
your
mercy,
we who are but unworthy royalty
he
We
we
who
who are
who
but unworthy royalty
become eligible to serve the devotee.
become
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 eligible
eligible to serve the devotee.
Purport.
purpose. Saintly devotees like Shukadev Goswami generally do not approach worldly enjoyers, especially those in royal orders. Maharaja Pratap Rudra was a follower of Lord Chaitanya, but when he wanted to see the Lord refused to see him because he was a king. For a devotee who desires to go back to Godhead, two things are strictly prohibited: worldly enjoyers and women. Therefore, devotees of the standard of Sukadev Goswami are never interested in seeing kings. Maharaja Parikshit was, of course, a different case. He was a great devotee, although although a king, and therefore Sukadev Goswami came to see him in his last stage of life. Maharaja Parikshit, out of his devotional humility, felt himself an unworthy descendant of his great Kshatriya forefathers, although he was as great as his predecessors. The unworthy sons of the royal orders are called Kshatriya Bandhavas, as the unworthy sons of the Brahmanas are called Dvija Bandhus or Brahma Bandhus. Maharaja Parikshit was greatly encouraged by the presence of Sukadev Goswami. He felt himself sanctified by the presence of the great saint, whose presence turns any place into a place of pilgrimage.
Hari Om Tat Sat, very beautiful words and very beautiful purport and very much practical and scientific to this day of Kali Yuga. Huh? He says that by your mercy only you have sanctified us, making us like unto place of pilgrimage. All by your presence here as my guest. This is very, very important. Now, the Guru Maharaj, I was just telling in the previous session that he went to Chennai and he stayed there for many days, to sanctify the Chennai and save the people of Chennai. Now he is in Ahmedabad. We don't know what is his plan and what calamity was to come. And now the Ahmedabad is being saved. We don't know. We cannot understand because we are not qualified, but by his mercy only. And that is why, as my guest, this means that we have to keep inviting Guru Maharaj to every place because they are carrying the place of pilgrimage. And wherever their physical presence is there, simply their presence will make the place a pilgrimage. Here, Parikshit Maharaj is a pure devotee. He is able to realize that. He is able to perceive that fact. And he is expressing that very simply here. He says, by your mercy only you have sanctified us, making us like unto places of pilgrimage. And how? By all your presence here. How? As my guest. You are invited. So, that is where Guru Maharaj has to be invited. The spiritual masters need to be invited by every ISKCON center at all over the world so that he can go and as a guest. And by simply his presence, everybody will be sanctified and everybody will experience to live in the place of pilgrimage by simply the presence of such spiritual masters. Such is the wonderful seva of Guru Maharaj is doing by simply his presence. All that we need to do is just invite him. Invite him to every temple. And then he comes and simply his presence is enough. And everybody will be sanctified. This is the power of the pure devotee. By his presence, he does such a great thing. And otherwise, these pure devotees, they don't approach anybody. Guru Maharaj is very merciful that he is dealing. Here in this purport, Prabhupada is quoting, there are two types of Kshatriya devotees who try to enter into the kingdom of God. One is Maharaja Prataparudra. He volunteered to, to be the follower of Lord Chaitanya. Of course, he was a follower of Lord Chaitanya, and he wanted to be have an audience of Lord Chaitanya, and he want to be in the assembly of the devotees of Lord Chaitanya, but the Lord has denied. And here is Parikshit Maharaj, who is also a pure devotee, who is also the follower of Lord Chaitanya. And here Sukadeva Goswami voluntarily come to meet him. See the two Kshatriyas differences. Prataparudra wanted, but Lord refused. And here Parikshit Maharaj was simple devotee, and the Sukadeva Goswami has arrived in front of him. This is the beauty. The mercy is costless. Who will get the mercy? Not by demand. It is costless. Unless otherwise the devotee desires to give mercy, nobody can receive the mercy. So here Sukadeva Goswami freely giving the mercy, and Parikshit Maharaj is very clearly realizing, by your mercy only you have sanctified us. There is no other qualification we have. You have taken us into the places of pilgrimage, all the places, not one place. When devotee is present, you are present in all the places of pilgrimage. But when you go to a pilgrimage place, you go to only one place. But when you meet a pure devotee, you go to all the places of pilgrimage. Who can ever do that? This is a mistake. Meeting a pure devotee itself is a mistake, because by mystic potency only, you can visit simultaneously all the places of pilgrimage. Even by mystic potency, you cannot visit all the places of pilgrimage simultaneously. But so it's beyond mystic power. By meeting a simple, pure devotee, you are visiting all the places of pilgrimage simultaneously. These are all the not ordinary words. We need to understand the deep meaning of every stanza, like Parikshit Maharaj is understanding how important is the presence of Sukadeva Goswami there. Otherwise, when Sukadeva Goswami was coming, the girls and the boys, they were just roaming around with him, and they are attracted to his beauty, and they are simply, wandering after him. They don't understand the value of them. As soon as they saw the way he was received and respected, they all became very fearful and went away. But here you see a person who understands the value, and he realizes that by his presence, what he has done. Sukadeva Goswami. So, lava matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoya. So, this is the two things, two devotees we are seeing here. And he has so much of devotion. Devotional service means first qualification is the humility. Humility means, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has boldly told us, Trinadapi Sunishena Taroriva Sahishruna Amanina Manadena. Then you can do Kirtaniya Sadahari. Trinadapi Sunisena. One should be meek and humble, lower than the straw in the street. And Taroriva Sahishruna. One should be tolerant of his self-insult. He should tolerate like a tree. And then Amanina Manadena. Give all the respect to others. Don't expect anything for self-prestige. And Kirtaniya Sada, in such a mental state, in such a mental attitude, one can do Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Where always 24 hours, both day and night, it is possible. This is a position of the pure devotee like Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. We are witnessing them, we are experiencing them, we are meeting them, we are talking to them, we are observing them, we are hearing about them. Every day he is giving the diary that every day what he is doing. Which spiritual master has done in the past, you tell me. We know that so many devotees, they are wondered how a new pure devotee will walk and talk, what he will do all the 24 hours like that. So many had the question, and here is the Guru Maharaj is answering every moment. At every event, he is writing into the diary, into the Jayapada Swami app, that what is doing. So you can see that what pure devotee is doing 24 hours. So in this way, we have all the opportunities, witnessing and experiencing and taking association if we so desire. This is very rare opportunity. You see the Parikshit Maharaj, when did he get Sukadeva Goswami's association? He has to give up all his kingdom, his wives, his children, his any kind of material, opulent planet, king of the whole planet, emperor, all the thing he has to give up, completely renounced, and then come and sit at the bank of the Ganges and meditate and beg for the mercy of all the rishis. And then finally, Krishna says, okay, now this boy is qualified. Let me send. Of course, he was a boy only. He was very young. And he was, let him have my associate as his spiritual master, my representative as spiritual master. So he sends Sukadeva Goswami to Maharaja Parikshit. But we are very fortunate that the same Bhagavatam, in order to receive Bhagavatam, you see, you have to give up everything. At least we don't have that much as Maharaja Parikshit had. Parikshit had so everything he had and everything he left. We had very little thing which we are not leaving. And how can we go to the Ganges bank and wait for the spiritual master to receive this Bhagavatam? It is impossible for us, impractical for us. We have very little thing. We are beggars like. What do we have? And that also we are not ready to give up. That is our position. But by your mercy only, Parishit Maharaj telling, by your mercy only, Sukadeva Goswami, Parishit Maharaj did not go in search of Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva Goswami has come in search of Parishit Maharaj by looking at his attitude. Humble attitude. All that you need to do is simply humbly, you have to perform devotion service. That will attract the pure devotee, and the devotee will come to you. You don't need to go to bank of Ganges. You don't need to give up all that your possessions. You have to simply live where you are. Yaredeka Tharika Krishna Upadesa Griheta ko Vaneta ko Sadahari Boleta ko. So you have to simply stay where you are. Spiritual master, you just invite him, rather you going. And he will come. He is all mercy. He said, by your mercy is full only. So spiritual master is so merciful that if you invite, he will come. And he comes means you are visiting all the places of pilgrimage and you are fully sanctified, and the love of Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoya. This is very much practical. Even in today in this Kali Yuga, you can experience that. That pure devotee, how he is coming to every place and sanctify every one of us and saving all the citizens. They don't even know that they have been saved by his physical presence, but still he does that. This is the mercy, a costless mercy. So let's wind up here. And any questions or comments or realizations, so please do share with us. Fine.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
One by
Hare
one. First, Preeti. Yes, yes. Who was that? Preeti, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir. While just wanted to share some realization, like
Yeah.
when we were reading like last purport also, and it was mentioned that about spiritual master and a devotee, and like reading this also, like every place wherever spiritual master is, that is a pilgrimage. And I was just relating, like even Guru Maharaj going on airport, or even in hospital, mall, or any place over road or anywhere. Like if we are also standing, that feeling is different. Same place, if we are going alone, uh, that feeling is not the same when we are going with Guru Maharaj. So now, like reading Bhagavatam, I can understand like why we are feeling so, why it's different. First, it's Guru Maharaj and spiritual master, so we have that feeling. But when we are not reading Bhagavatam, we cannot correlate certain things, and sometimes we are not able to understand because we are thinking physically, or we are not able to understand because uh, we are not at that level, and we cannot understand pure devotees, his each and every action. But by reading Bhagavatam, now I can say like each and every action of Guru Maharaj I can correlate whatever it is written in Bhagavatam. I remember like even in flight, uh, almost I have traveled many times in flight, but that travel with Guru Maharaj in flight was really transcendental. When he was asking also, how was your flight? And we were speaking like Guru Maharaj, it was transcendental. I remember like here also it was mentioned about spiritual master. Uh, for a pure devotee, Krishna is using each and every moment of pure devotee in preaching and whatever he wants. Like he is using pure devotee. I'm remembering in flight when we were going from Bangalore to Mangalore, there was one girl we met, Chandramani, and I just went to Guru Maharaj. Everyone was getting down, and I told Guru Maharaj, there's one girl, Chandramani, and I told about her. I was like back, and he's hearing, and in a moment, like in a second, he told, "Where's my Jagannath stick?" And that time like servants told Guru Maharaj will get down because that was the time we were getting down from flight. Then also after getting down, he was searching, and like other servants and other people who were helping that airport people, also authority, they were pushing Guru Maharaj to lift, and Guru Maharaj was pushing himself here like wait, and then he is telling I will not go. I'll talk. And that Chandramani, she got blessings, and Guru Maharaj asked me like to stay in
Even.
touch with Chandramani, and also he wrote about Chandramani in his like app. So that
Jai.
single moment, like she that girl, like we were just sitting in flight and we got to know her, and then we just introduced in 2 minutes or 1 minute like she's Chandramani. But for one person also, he was not going, and he was telling I want to talk, and he talked with Chandramani, and he asked me like you get in, stay in touch, and
Very,
he gave
very.
his visiting card to her. So how every moment, even in mall, I have seen in hospitals, like nurses or everyone, how he's preaching everyone. So sometimes we are not able to understand, but when I'm reading Bhagavatam, like each and every action of Guru Maharaj, like I'm able to correlate with Bhagavatam.
Jai. Super, super. Amazing, amazing how uh, Guru Maharaj is, merciful, costless mercy. Hmm? Costless mercy to all unqualified. That is his mercy.
And one more thing, sir. Like I don't know whether it's right to say or not, but how like we got Bhagavatam through Parikshit Maharaj, and how we are getting like Bhagavad Gita through Arjuna, like through pure devotee, Krishna is giving that. So I was just, it came in my mind like Chaitanya Lila also Guru Maharaj is telling, and one book is going to come, who is going to change this world. Like,
Yes, Chaitanya.
no one knows about devotee.
Jai, Jai.
Yeah, so that's all I want to share, sir.
Chaitanya book will be released that is going to swipe the whole world, whole universe into plunge into the pure prema ocean of Krishna with nobody, including demigods, have ever experienced before, because one who has experienced won't be here. So this is a new thing that's going to happen. Jai. Thank you so much. Very wonderful realization. This is how we should observe Guru. You are in the right path and right direction, that how to approach Guru and how to observe him. This is very important. Only by such approaches, one can capture the modern vibration of the Guru and then live according to his, desire. Thank you so much for the sharing of such a wonderful realization. Anybody else?
Hare
Yes,
Krishna, sir.
Sunil.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Yes. Sakshi. Sorry, Sunil. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, sir,
Yes.
I also wanted to share some points from my realization during the purport. So, like in the purport, it was written, right, that meeting a spiritual master or meeting a very pure devotee, it is like, inviting or being in a dham or a spiritual place of pilgrimage. So, when we landed a chance to meet Guru Maharaj, like, and travel with him for 17 days, before that, I recently came into Bhakti, so it was not much time also that I understand everything, or even my sadhana was very on a level. So that was also not the position. We were not even serious in our sadhana, skipping our rounds or everything. But and with this, I cannot even say that the reason I landed such a chance was maybe because I did a lot of good or pious activities, which ended up, maintaining a lot of sukriti. That was also not the reason. But how, all of a sudden we landed a chance to meet Guru Maharaj, or we even had the desire to get his darshan, was so it was only by causeless mercy, like how it was written in the purport, that only by the causeless mercy we can get such bliss and the moment to experience. And how in those 17 days, it was not even planned that it will be so long, and we were just like, we should at least get darshan of Guru Maharaj. But then a day after day, it got prolonged, and then 17 days we got to spend with Guru Maharaj, and each day we got darshan and blessings and so much reciprocation. So it was only, by causeless mercy of Guru Maharaj. And then it was, I think, that Guru Maharaj was allowing us so mercifully, be around him all the time, or get a chance to uh, go with him to different temples wherever he was going. or even land at the same places at the same time so that we get darshan. It was so I heard from Preeti only that it is so auspicious to get darshan of the deities behind Guru Maharaj when he is taking darshan, because he's actually able to talk to the deities and the deities talk to him and see him. So somehow the glance of the deities would fall upon us also if we are right behind, or we are along with Guru Maharaj. So I remember that day in ICC temple in the evening, Guru Maharaj was going to take darshan of the deities, and I had my office and my meeting, so I couldn't join. But somehow things happened that my meeting got dropped, and I just ran that. I hope I didn't miss the darshan, and I was right there when he was taking darshan of Gaur Nitai, and then even I got darshan all along with Guru Maharaj. So it was so auspicious, and the things were turning out one after another, all in the exact places how it should be. So it was only by mercy of Guru Maharaj. And then I remember at the end when we were coming in flight with Guru Maharaj to Bangalore, from Bangalore. So at the end, like when the car of Guru Maharaj was going, and he always would put his hand on the glass, and then we would run and we would put our foreheads there to get blessings. I remember one person out of nowhere, he because we were saying Guru Maharaj, and we'll miss Guru Maharaj. He out of nowhere, he came near the glass, and then seeing us that we were putting our foreheads towards the glass now, and the Guru Maharaj was giving blessings, he also started putting his forehead, and he was like, let me also see which Maharaj is this, which Maharaj is this. And how out of nowhere even he got mercy, and so closely, sir, just imagine, so closely he got darshan, he got blessings right away. And it was like, oh my God, divine intervention.
Jai, superb, superb. See the bliss that he is sharing, for which we are not qualified, but still, this is called costless mercy. This is called costless mercy. We are able to experience the transformations as if we have visited so many pilgrimage places, as if we have undergone many births of purification by simply one fraction of a second meeting with such a pure devotee like Guru Maharaj. Amazing. Thank you so much. You are also in the right perspective, uh, receiving how to observe Guru Maharaj from Preeti. This is very nice. I like your associations. Jai.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
Sunil
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Sunil Srivastava Prabhu, please go
यस
ahead.
प्रभु, यस प्रभु। प्रभु इसमें दिया है कि जो भक्त भगवान के धाम वापस जाना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए दो बातें वर्जित है, संसारिक भोक्ता तथा स्त्रियां। तो प्रभु परीक्षित भी तो राजा थे, उनके ऊपर भी अभिमन्यु भी राजा ही थे, फिर उनके लड़के थे जनमेजय, वो भी राजा ही थे, तो फिर ये लोग कैसे भगवत धाम गए?
बहुत अच्छा सवाल है प्रभु। वेरी ब्यूटीफुल क्वेश्चन। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द क्वेश्चन। इस क्वेश्चन पूछने से ही आपको बहुत सुकृति मिल जाता है। ये बिल्कुल ऐसा है कि वो लोग ना तो संसार बंधन में था, ना ही स्त्रियों के साथ था। वो था अपनी परिवार, उसका श्रद्धा कुटीर है, भक्तों का जो परिवार के अंदर उसने जन्म लिया। इसलिए भक्तों का घर के अंदर स्त्री और पुरुष नहीं होते, भक्त होते हैं। और वो जो भी कहते हैं, वो जो भी करते हैं, वो भक्ति सेवा होता है, डिवोशनल सर्विस ही होता है। अन्यथा बाहर से देखने वालों को कर्मी की जैसे दिखाई देगा, लेकिन उनका एक भी कार्य कर्मी नहीं है। तो परीक्षित महाराज का जन्म से ही वो भक्ति को संग में था। जन्म से पहले उसने भगवान को देख लिया, और उसने जन्म भी भक्त का घर में लिया है, और थ्रू आउट लाइफ भी वो भक्त के संग में रहा है। और जो भी कार्य उसका जो उसकी जो स्त्रियां हैं वो भी भक्त हैं, और उसका जो पेरेंट्स है वो भी भक्त हैं, और वो भी भक्ता है। तो इसलिए ये उसके लिए लागू नहीं होता है। जैसे आप लोगों के लिए अभी ये लागू नहीं, पहले ये लागू था हमारे लिए, क्योंकि कृष्ण भावनामृत में आने से पहले हम लोग जो है ये ऐसा था कि पर जो भौतिक संस्कारी में था और स्त्रियों के साथ था। किंतु अभी आप जो भी कर रहे हैं वो भक्ति योग है। तो अभी आप उस स्थिति में नहीं है, ना आप हैं, ना आपका पुत्र पुत्री हैं, और ना ही कोई और सदस्य जो आपके परिवार के साथ जुड़े हैं, जो आपके साथ रहते हैं, आपके संग में रहते हैं, वो कोई भी जो है इस चीजों के अंदर अभी नहीं है। आप लोग सब जो है अभी भगवान धाम जाने के लायक हो चुके हो। इसलिए आध्यात्मिक गुरु को स्वीकार करना बहुत आवश्यक है, नहीं तो एक मौका फिर से यहाँ मिलेगा, गिरने का चांसेस होता है। इसलिए गुरु को स्वीकार करना, इनिशिएशन लेने के बाद आपको चिंता करने की आवश्यकता नहीं। इनिशिएशन लेने तक बहुत सावधान रहना, इनिशिएशन लेने के बाद और सावधान रहना, ताकि हम गुरु के साथ ही पहुंच जा सकें। तो इसलिए बहुत अच्छा सवाल है। ये आम आदमियों के लिए लागू है, भक्तों के लिए ये लागू नहीं है, क्योंकि भक्त जो है वो भक्त होता है, ना तो वो मर्द है ना औरत है, ना वो स्त्री है ना वो ये है। तो जो महिलाएं, जो विमेन के बारे में अर्जुन बता रहा है, जो विमेन के बारे में यहाँ बताया जा रहा है, वो सब जो है कर्मी गर्ल्स हैं, जो कि इस आम दुनिया में कृष्ण भावनामृत से अभक्त, हम कह सकते हैं अभक्त लोग जो हैं, उनके लिए ये सब लागू है, भक्त लोग के लिए ये लागू नहीं है।
धन्यवाद प्रभु।
बहुत अच्छा सवाल प्रभु, थैंक यू। Okay, very nice. It was the post-class conversations was much better than the class. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the association. So let's wind up on Monday again at 8 o'clock. Till then, Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
जय
पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय।
तो प्रणाम। वांछा
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
नमो
नमो
नमः।
नमः।
गुरु महाराज की जय। निताय गौर
जय।
हरि 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 बोल। And Guru Maharaj is all right now. Don't worry.
हरि बोल।
हरि बोल।
Yeah, thank you very
हरे
much.
कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna.